Top 5 Personal Finance Tips for Building Wealth in 2025. Did you know that some of the wealthiest people in the world started with just a small amount of money, but their key to success was making smart financial choices consistently over time? With economic uncertainty, rising inflation, and ever-changing job markets, it may feel like building wealth is more challenging than ever before. But here's the truth. Even in a world full of financial complexity, you can still build wealth in 2025 by following a few simple, proven strategies. In this video, we're going to break down the top 5 personal finance tips you need to know to begin building your wealth this year. These strategies are timeless, and they will help you start building a stable financial future, regardless of the economic environment. Whether you're just starting your financial journey or you're looking to refine your current approach, these tips will provide you with clear and actionable steps to make 2025 your best financial year yet. Stay tuned until the end, because each of these tips is designed to transform the way you manage money and build wealth. 1. Set clear and specific financial goals. One of the first and most critical steps in building wealth is setting clear, achievable goals. You might have heard this before, but many people still neglect to properly define their financial aspirations. The power of clear goals is immense, and it's crucial for setting a roadmap for how you'll build wealth over time. Without a specific goal in mind, it's easy to drift aimlessly through your financial journey. Goals give you purpose and direction. They make your financial path concrete rather than abstract. Whether your goals are short-term, like saving for a vacation, or long-term, such as building a retirement fund, it's important to write them down and make them measurable. The clearer your goals, the easier it will be to stay motivated and focused. Make your goals SMART when setting financial goals. Use the SMART criteria to make sure they are specific. Instead of saying, "I want to save more money," try, "I will save $5,000 in my emergency fund this year." Measurable. Your goal should have a clear way to track your progress. For example, "I will reduce my student loan balance by $10,000 within the next 2 years." Achievable. Make sure your goal is realistic. Setting a goal of saving $50,000 in 1 year when you're starting with $0 might be too big of a stretch. Relevant. Your goal should align with your bigger life objectives. A goal that helps you get closer to owning a home or retiring comfortably is much more powerful than a vague goal like save money. Time-bound. Make sure your goal has a clear deadline, like save $300 each month for the next 6 months. Clear financial goals give you something to focus on and are motivating when you can see the measurable progress. Whether you're saving for a house down payment, eliminating credit card debt, or investing for retirement, setting actionable goals is the foundation for building wealth in 2025. 2. Build a strong emergency fund. We all know life is unpredictable. You never know when an emergency might hit, whether it's a car breakdown, a medical issue, or an unexpected job loss. In times like these, having a financial safety net can make all the difference. This is where an emergency fund comes into play. Without one, even minor unexpected costs can set you back and potentially derail your wealth-building efforts. The purpose of an emergency fund is simple: to provide you with the financial security you need when life throws a curveball. Experts recommend saving 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses as a solid cushion. While this might seem like a lot to aim for, it's critical to have this safety net in place before focusing on other financial goals. How to build an emergency fund. If you're starting from scratch, don't get discouraged. Even if you can only set aside small amounts of money at first, it adds up over time. Here's a simple approach to building your emergency fund. Set a goal. Start with a manageable amount, like saving $1,000 to cover unexpected expenses. Open a separate account. It's best to keep this fund in a savings account that you don't use for daily spending. This helps you avoid the temptation to dip into it for non-emergencies. Automate savings. Set up an automatic transfer from your main account into your emergency fund every month. This will help you stay consistent. Gradually build it up. Once your initial $1,000 goal is reached, start working towards your 3 to 6 month expenses. Building an emergency fund may take time, but it's a crucial step toward financial independence. Having this fund in place will allow you to navigate through life's challenges without derailing your long-term financial goals. 3. Eliminate high-interest debt. Debt is one of the most significant obstacles to building wealth. While some debts, such as mortgages or student loans, may be necessary, high-interest debt like credit card balances can quickly prevent you from moving forward financially. Credit card companies typically charge interest rates of 15% to 25% or more, and that interest compounds, which means you'll be paying even more in the long run. This high interest can make it incredibly hard to build wealth. The first step in eliminating debt is to stop accumulating new debt. It's important to avoid using credit cards unless you can pay them off in full at the end of each month. If you already have outstanding debt, here's how to start paying it off. Pay off high-interest debt first. A good strategy for paying off debt is the debt avalanche method. With this method, you focus on paying off your highest interest debt first, while making minimum payments on others. Once the high-interest debt is gone, you can move on to the next highest interest rate. This will help you minimize the amount of interest you pay and speed up the process. Alternatively, you could use the debt snowball method, where you pay off your smallest debt first, and then use that payment towards the next smallest. While this approach doesn't minimize interest costs as much as the avalanche method, it can be motivating to see your debts disappearing. The key is to stay consistent and prioritize paying down your debt. The less money you owe, the more you can put towards savings and investments, which is essential for building wealth. 4. Start investing early and consistently. Investing is one of the most powerful tools you have for building wealth. Unlike saving, which keeps your money in a low-interest account, investing allows your money to grow over time through compound interest and the power of market returns. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Starting small is better than not starting at all. Even if you only have a few dollars to invest each month, it's better to begin now rather than wait until you have a large sum saved up. The key to successful investing is consistency and patience. Types of investments. There are several different types of investments you can consider, depending on your risk tolerance and time horizon. Retirement accounts. If your employer offers a 401k, take full advantage of it, especially if they match your contributions. This is essentially free money. Additionally, you can open an IRA, individual retirement account, for more tax advantages. Index funds and ETFs. If you're new to investing, low-cost index funds and exchange-traded funds, ETFs, are excellent options. They track the overall market and provide you with diversification, meaning you're not putting all your money into one stock. Stocks. Investing in individual stocks can be riskier, but it can also offer significant returns over time. If you choose to invest in individual companies, make sure you do your research and understand the business. Real estate. Real estate can also be a great way to build wealth, either through rental properties or by flipping homes. However, this often requires more capital and a good understanding of the market. Start small and grow. You don't need a lot of money to begin investing. Many platforms, like robo-advisors, e.g., Betterment or Wealthfront, allow you to start investing with as little as $50. The most important thing is to start early and make regular contributions, even if they are small. Over time, those investments will compound and help you build wealth for the future. 5. Track your spending and create a budget. Building wealth isn't just about earning money, it's also about managing and controlling the money you already have. Without tracking your spending, it's easy to overspend on unnecessary items and miss opportunities to save or invest more. By creating a budget and monitoring your spending, you can allocate your money more effectively toward your financial goals. How to create a budget. Track your income. Begin by calculating your monthly income, including your salary, side income, or any other sources of revenue. List all expenses. Write down every single expense, from rent and utilities to subscriptions, food, and entertainment. Categorize your spending. Group your expenses into categories like housing, transportation, savings, and discretionary spending. Set limits. Allocate specific amounts to each category, ensuring that your needs are covered first: savings, debt repayment, essential bills, before spending on non-essential items. Review and adjust. At the end of each month, review your spending and see where you can cut back. Use tools like Mint or YNAB, You Need a Budget, to help track your spending automatically. Creating a budget isn't about restricting yourself. It's about understanding your money and ensuring it's going toward what matters most. It allows you to spend less on things that don't contribute to your wealth building and prioritize saving and investing for the future. Conclusion. Start building wealth today. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires consistent effort, patience, and smart decision-making. By setting clear financial goals, creating an emergency fund, eliminating high-interest debt, starting to invest early, and tracking your spending, you can take control of your financial future and start building wealth that lasts. Remember, the earlier you start, the better your results will be over time. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start taking action now, and let 2025 be the year you make real progress toward achieving financial freedom. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with anyone who could benefit from this advice, and subscribe to our channel for more valuable financial tips and guides.